so I need both sides times by a plus 3. You can cancel it, it's still equal. So now both sides times by a plus 3. Now this one, you need to be times by a minus 2 both sides, times a minus 2 both sides. You can cancel it, it's still same, equal. A minus 2 both sides. Now they have same denominator. And write that denominator, a plus 3 times a minus 2 times a plus 1. The numerator, distributive in, remove the parentheses. 6a plus 6 times 3 is 18. And plus 4a minus 4 times 2 is 8. Then denominator, 3 factor. Numerator, combine like term. 6a add 4a is 10a. 18 minus 8 is 10. 10a and 10 have a common factor, 10 factor out. 10a divided by 10 get a, and 10 divided by 10 get 1, and plus, still plus. And cancel common factor, a plus 1. And so get numerator is 10. Denominator is a plus 3 times a minus 2. So this, you need to find LCD. That's the first example. Second example is a squared plus 4a plus 3. Same as this one. A squared plus 2a plus 1. So factor it. This one, find two numbers times together is 3. So 1 times 3. The two numbers add together is a positive 4. 1 add 3 is a positive 4. So it's a plus 1 times a plus 3. This one, a squared plus 2a plus 1. You need to find out the two numbers times together is 1. Only 1 times 1 is 1. And the 1 add 1 is 2. So it's a plus 1 times a plus 1. And put the exponential form is a plus 1 quantity square. So factored denominator. Then find the least common denominator, LCD. And here it's a plus 1, you pick up a plus 1. Here's a plus 3, you pick up a plus 3. Here it's a plus 1 square, so you pick up a plus 1. And here has a plus 1 square. So LCD is this, a plus 1 square times a plus 3. A plus 1 quantity square times a plus 3. This times this is the same as a plus 1 quantity square. So LCD is this one or this one. So for this, in order to get this denominator, already have a plus 1, already have a plus 3. So we need to times a plus 1 on denominator, also on the numerator. Then they still equal. You can cancel a plus 1. You can see they are equal now. And this one have a plus 1 quantity square. And so we need times both by a plus 3. Both by a plus 3. Now they have same denominator, this denominator. This a plus 1 times a plus 1 is same as this, a plus 1 quantity square. So now they have same denominator. So that's a plus 1 quantity square times a plus 3. The numerator to do the subtraction, distributive in. 6a plus 6 minus 3, put the parentheses. You need to put the parentheses. And 3a plus 9. Remove the parentheses. This plus change to minus. 6a plus 6 minus 3a minus 9. Now then copy the denominator done. Numerator combine like term. 6a minus 3a is 3a. 6 minus 9 is a negative 3. Common factor 3. Factor out. So get a minus, still minus 3 divided by 3, it's 1. And you look at this is a minus 1. This is a plus 1. They are not common factor. So you cannot reduce anymore. So there's no common factor can be reduced. And that's the final answer. And next one will be 2E, question problem 2E. Also do addition, subtraction. the question, first example, denominator x squared minus 5x plus 6. Factor, you need to find two numbers times together is 6, like 2 times 3, or negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. And the two numbers add together is negative 5. So negative 2 add a negative 3 is negative 5. So the factor should be x minus 2 times x minus 3. And for the second one, x squared minus 3x plus 2, also you need to find two numbers times together is 2. So it's 1 and 2. But the two numbers add together should be negative 3. So should you put negative 1 and the negative 2. Negative 1 add negative 2 is negative 3. Negative 1 times negative 2 is positive 2. And put the factor is x minus 1 times x minus 2. Now find out LCD, this common denominator. So here has x minus 1, pick up. Here has x minus 2, pick up. Then pick up x minus 3. So this 3 factor is their least common denominator. In order to make first one with this denominator, need to times by x minus 1. Here have x minus 2, have x minus 3. So both sides times by x minus 1. And the second one, we need times by x minus 3, both sides, times by x minus 3. And they still equal. If you cancel this, they are still equal. Now they have same denominator, then you can add the numerator. So denominator, write down x minus 1 quantity, x minus 2, x minus 3. Numerator, you need distributive in. Remove the parentheses, get x squared minus x plus. Remove the parentheses, 2x, 2 times 3 is minus 6. Then factor this. Combine like term, x squared. Then negative x plus 2x combines positive x minus 6. Then factor x squared plus x minus 6. You need to find two numbers tying together is a negative 6. Add together is a positive 1. So only positive 3, negative 2. Tying together is a negative 6. Positive 3 add negative 2 is a positive 1. So factor is x plus 3, x minus 2. Then cancel common factor x minus 2. So remain x plus 3. And denominator is x minus 1 times x minus 3. Second example. Also, you need to factor the denominator. Factor denominator, we need to find two numbers tying together. It's a negative 5, which is a negative 5, positive 1, or positive 5, negative 1. If a positive 5, negative 1 tying together is a negative 5. And the two numbers add together need to be positive 4. So positive 5 add negative 1 is a positive 4. So put x plus 5 times x minus 1. Minus 1 over this also denominator. Negative constant term is a negative 4. You need to find two numbers tying together is a negative 4. Add together is a positive 3. So only positive 4, negative 1. Tying together is a negative 4. 4 add negative 1 is a positive 3. So put x plus 4 times x minus 1. Now then you need to find out LCD, this common denominator for the two denominator. So x minus 1 pick up, x plus 4 pick up, x plus 5 also write down. So is the 3 factor tying together is their least common denominator. So in order to make first one, have this denominator 3 factor. So here already have x plus 5, have x minus 1. So need both sides times by x plus 4. And minus this already have x plus 4, already have x minus 1. So we need both sides times by x plus 5. So now they have same denominator, x minus 1, x plus 4, x plus 5. Then numerator subtraction. Distributive in. X times x is x squared. X times 4 is a 4x. Minus, put the parentheses. 1 times x plus 5. Put the parentheses. Remove the parentheses. Plus change to minus. And denominator copy that. Numerator x squared plus 4x minus x minus 5. Combine like term. X squared minus x squared, copy that. 4x minus x is 3x minus 5. And since x squared plus 3x minus 5 is not factorable, you cannot find two numbers tying together is -5, and also add together is +3. Because -5 is only -5 times 1. Add together is -4. Never get +3. So it's not factorable, and you cannot, there's no common factor can be reduced. So this is the final answer. Then next one, 2F. Your homework question, example 2F. Let me get water. Question 2F. First example, second example. First example, 1 over 2x plus y plus 1 over 2x minus y minus 4 over 4x squared. You can put it as 2x parenthesis square. As 2 squared is 4, x squared is x squared. So the two are equal. Minus y squared. And then the first one, copy that. Second one, copy that. Minus 4x, copy that. This 2x quantity square minus y square. Use the difference of square formula. You can factor as 2x minus 1 quantity times 2x plus y. And then find LCD. LCD, which the three denominator, this 2x plus y, and this 2x minus 1, and this have both. So LCD, this common denominator should be 2x minus y times 2x plus y. The two factor timed together. So this one, in order to get this factor, already have plus y. So you have both sides times by 2x minus y. You cancel it, it's still equal. And this one already have 2x minus y. You need both sides times by 2x plus y, both sides. You can cancel it, you see it's still equal. Minus, this already have this factor, so you don't need to multiply. So it's just this. Now they have the same denominator, 2x minus y, quantity times 2x plus y. The numerator, you do addition and the subtraction. So 1 times 2x minus y is 2x minus y, plus 1 times 2x plus y is 2x plus y, minus 4x. And then combine like term, x term combine, 2x add 2x, 4x minus 4x is 0. Net y add y is 0. So numerator is 0. And 0 divided will be 0. So answer is 0. Second example is also 3x minus 2y, 1 over 3x minus 2y plus 1 over 3x plus 2y minus 9x squared. You can put 3x quantity square minus 4y squared is a 2y quantity square. You can check it. 3 square is 9x square. 2 square is a 4y square. They are denominator equal. Now factor, this first one copy, second copy done. The third one, this denominator factor by the formula is a 3x minus 2y quantity, 3x plus 2y quantity. Now then find LCD. The three denominator, LCD is just the two factor tying together, which is this one. 3x minus 2y quantity times 3x plus 2y, the two factor. So LCD is this one. In order the first one, get this denominator, 3x minus 2y, you need both sides times by 3x plus 2y. For this one, you want to get this denominator, you need both sides times by 3x minus 2y. And then this one, you don't need to times anything. So it's the numerator is still minus 6x. They have the same denominator, so you numerator, you do addition and the subtraction. So denominator copy done. Numerator 3x plus 2y plus 3x minus 2y. And you remove the parentheses. You don't need to change if plus. You don't need to change the sign. Minus 6x. Then combine like term. 3x plus 3x is 6x. Minus 6x is 0. 2y minus 2y is 0. So 0 over any non-zero number will be 0. That's a second question. Then next one, the third question is solve for rational equation. Rational equation. Also, 3a, example 1 and example 2. So this equation, solve for x. So, and first of all, you find denominator. LCD is x. Denominator is x. Remove this denominator. So we both sides times x. Put the parenthesis. Left side times x. Right side times x. The denominator x. Then distributive in, get x times x, x squared. 7 over x times x, x cancel, get 7, equal. Negative a times x is negative ax. So it's the first term times x is x squared. 7 over x times x is 7. Negative a times x is negative ax. Each term times the least common denominator. For this question, least common denominator is x. Then we remove the denominator. Then we put the standard form, which is plus ax. Make all the term on the left, and right term is 0. Then we try to factor it. So we add ax both sides, or quick way is move over, change the sign. Change minus ax, move to the left, become plus ax. And this plus, and so here still plus 7 equal. The right side is 0. Or you use addition property, add ax both sides. Then factor this, and you need to find two numbers tying together is a positive 7. And the two numbers add together is a positive 8. So only 1 times 7 is a positive 7. 1 add 7 is 8. So factor is x plus 1, quantity x plus 7 equal 0. Then use zero factor property. The two factor tying together equal 0 must be either first factor x plus 1 equals 0 or second factor equals 0. Then tying together will be 0, or both are 0. Then you subtract 1 both sides, you got x equal negative 1, or subtract 7 both sides, you got x equal negative 7. And for the rational equation, when you get this answer, you get this number, x, you always have to check with denominator, because denominator cannot be 0. Because any number, like 7, if 7 divided by 0 is undefined, you cannot divide it by 0. So like a negative 1, you put on the denominator, it's okay. And the negative 7 you put on denominator, it's non-zero. So check negative 1 and the negative 7. Make this case, make denominator non-zero, not equal 0. So that is the solutions. So this is solution is negative 1 or negative 7. Always have to check with the denominator. And example 2 also, you times x. Each term times x. LCD is x. X times x is x squared. A over x times x is cancel x, get 8, equal. Negative 9 times x is negative 9x. Then you add 9x both sides. Or you just quick way is move negative 9x to the left. Negative change to plus. And put it in descending order. Standard form of the quadratic equation is order term on left on descending order according the exponent 2, 1, 0. Constant term exponent is 0, 2, 1, 0. the right side is 0. That's the standard form of quadratic equation. Standard form of quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And where a, b, c belong to R are real numbers, and the a cannot be 0. If a equals 0, is no more x squared term. It's not quadratic. Quadratic degree need to be 2. And this constant term, this degree is 1. Constant term degree is 0 because this is c times x squared, x to the power 0. Because any number to the power 0 is 1. That is equal c. So c is c times x to the power 0. So this degree is 0. So it's descending order 2, 1, 0, the 3 term in descending order. That's the standard form for the quadratic equation. So we have to put it in the standard form. Then we can try to factor it. So this factor, we need to find two numbers. Times together, it's 8. Add together, it's 9. So it's only 1 times 8. It's 8. 1 add 8, it's 9. So factor is x plus 1. Another factor, x plus 8. The two factor times together equals 0. Then we use we call a zero factor property. It's a times b equals 0. Then if and only if either a equals 0 or b equals 0. If both are non-zero, you time together will not be 0. So must be one of it equals 0 or both are 0. So this we call zero factor property. So either x plus 1 equals 0 or x plus 8 equals 0. Then you minus 1 both sides, get x equal -1, or minus 8 both sides, you got x equal -8. And for rational equation, you always have to check with denominator. You have to make denominator non-zero. That's the solution. If you make denominator equal 0, that's not the solution. So -1, you check with denominator, non-zero. -8, check with denominator, also non-zero. So -1, -8 are the solution of this rational equation. Then next one, B, 3B, question 3B, example. This is an example here. 4 over x minus 2 minus 4 over x plus 3 equal -5. So first of all, we have to remove the denominator. So how to remove the denominator? We need to find LCD, least common denominator. Since the two factor is different, so least common denominator is just the two factor times together, x minus 2 times x plus 3. And then each term times by LCD. So first one, 4 over x minus 2 times by LCD, x minus 2 times x plus 3, minus 4 over x plus 3, this one, times by x minus 2 times x plus 3, equal -5, right side, times by x2 times x plus 3. Each term times by this LCD, times this LCD. Then you can cancel x minus 2, cancel x plus 3. So get 4 times x plus 3 minus 4 times x minus 2 equal -5 times x minus 2, x plus 3. Then distributive in. 4 times x is 4x, 4 times 3 is 12. -4 times x, -4x. Negative times negative become positive. 4 times 2 is 8, equal -5. For your method, first term product, x squared. And the outer term product, positive 3x. Inner term product, -2x. Combined is a positive x. Last term product, -2 times 3 is -6. Then combine like term, 4x minus 4x is 0. 12 plus 8 is 20, equal. Distributive in, -5x squared. Negative times positive is -5x. Negative 5 times negative 6 is positive 30. Then put it in standard form. So I make this term move to the left. Quick way. Negative 5x squared, move to the left, change to positive 5x squared. Negative 5x, move to the left, change to positive 5x. Plus 30, quick way, move to the left, change to minus 30. And this still on the left side, so don't change. It's a plus 20, equal. The two term move to the left, so equal. The right side is 0. Then combine like term. Combine like term, 5x squared, 5x. This constant term add together is negative 10 equals 0. Then you can, here has a common factor 5. You can divide it by 5 each term. Left side divided by 5, right side divided by 5. Or you can do factor out common factor 5, parenthesis x squared, 5 take out, remain x. 10 divided by 5 is minus 2, parenthesis equals 0. Then both sides divided by 5, cancel 5. You got x squared plus x minus 2 equals 0. And factor this. Negative 2 you can factor as positive 2, negative 1. Tying together is negative 2. And the two number add together. 2 add negative 1 is a positive 1. So factor is x plus 2 quantity times x minus 1 equals 0. Then the two factor product equals 0. Then either x plus 2 equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. Then x plus 2 equals 0. Minus 2 both sides, x equal negative 2. Add 1 both sides, x equal negative 1. And put into the denominator to check. Always have to check. Negative 2, put it in x. Negative 2 is negative 4, non-zero. Negative 2, put it in x. Negative 2 add 3 is a positive 1, non-zero. And the 1, and 1 minus 2, it's negative 1. 1 plus 3, it's a 4. Make non-zero. So both make denominator non-zero. So this solution is a negative 2 and 1. Example 2. This one also is similar. Find LCD. This common denominator is this denominator, x plus 1 times x minus 2. The two tied together is this common denominator. Then each term times by this LCD. And we can remove the denominator. So 2 times LCD, x plus 1 quantity x minus 2 equal. This term both times by 4 over x plus 1 times by LCD x plus 1 x minus 2 plus 4 over x minus 2 times by LCD x plus 1 x minus 2. Then this tying together, use the FOIL. First term product x squared. And the outer term product, negative 2x. Inner term product, positive x. Combined is negative x. Constant product, 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Put the parentheses and times by 2. Equal. So x plus 1, x plus 1 cancel. Remain 4 times x minus 2 plus x minus 2 cancel. Remain 4 times quantity x plus 1. And then 2 distributive in, 2 times x squared minus 2x minus 2 times 2 is 4 equal. 4 distributive in, 4x minus 4 times 2 is 8. 4 distributive in plus 4x and plus 4. Then combine like term. So left side is 2x squared minus 2x minus 4 equal. The right side, 4x plus 4x is 8x. Negative 8. Negative 8 add 4 is negative 4. Then move the two term to the left and combine, make right side 0. So you move ax to the left, you minus ax. And then you plus 4 both sides, plus 4 both sides. So combine 2x squared, negative 2x minus ax is negative 10x. Negative 4 add 4 is 0. equal. Since equal, this side is 0. Then common factor, factor out, 2x factor out. 2x take out, remain x. Put it in parentheses. 10x over 2x divided by 2x, remain 5, equals 0. Then factor time together. So either x equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0. So you got x equals 0 or x equals 5. Then always have to plug into the denominator of original equation to check. So x equals 0, you plug in. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. Make denominator non-zero, not equal 0. And the 5 plug into the denominator. 5 plus 1 is 6. And the 5 minus 2 is 3. And make the denominator non-zero. So solution, the 2, 0, and the 5 are solution. Always have to check with denominator. If a non-zero, that's the solution. Then next one, C, question 3C, solve for the equation also. 2 examples. Example 1, y minus 2 over y plus 2 equal negative 4 over y plus 2. So first of all, we have to remove the denominator, so we can times by y plus 2 both sides. So first one, y minus 2 over y plus 2 times by y plus 2. Second one, on the right side, negative 4 over y plus 2 also times by y plus 2. So y plus 2 cancel, and you got y minus 2 equal negative 4. And add to both sides, you got y equal negative 2. Check with the denominator, always. So you negative 2 substitute into the denominator to y plus 2. Now negative 2 add 2 is 0. And any number divided by 0 is undefined. So you cannot divide it by 0. So denominator cannot be 0. So since negative 2 make denominator equal 0, so negative 2 is not the solution. And so this question, no solution. You can put a no solution, or you can put an empty set. This we call empty set. Either way, you can put this empty set. Example 2 also. This y plus 7 and y minus 7 equal 14 over y minus 7. There's another way to do. You look at the denominator is the same, y minus 7. So numerator should be equal. Because the denominator equal, so numerator should be equal. Then the fraction is equal. So the numerator y plus 7 equal 14. Or you can do this way. Multiply left side and the right side by y minus 7. So y minus 7 cancel, you got the numerator equal. Then you minus 7, you got y equals 7. And y equals 7, you have to check with the denominator. Because y 7 plug in denominator, you got 14 over 0. 14 and make 0 on the denominator. Undefined. So 7 is not the solution. So this question is no solution. You can put no solution, or you can put empty set. That's C. Question 3C. And the question 3D. Question 3D. It's first example, second example. First example, x plus 3, x minus 2, that's on the denominator. And this side is x squared plus x minus 6. So first of all, we factor this, x squared plus x minus 6. We need to find two numbers timed together is a negative 6. The two numbers add together is a positive 1. So it's a 3, positive 3 and a negative 2. So you put x plus 3 times x minus 2. Then the 3 denominator, find least common denominator, which is x plus 3 times x minus 2 is the least common denominator. So then you each term times by the x plus 3, x minus 2. So first one times by x plus 3, x minus 2. The second term times by x plus 3, x minus 2. Then the right side times by x plus 3, x minus 2. Then you cancel x plus 3, and then you get 3 times x minus 2 plus 5 times x plus 3 equal. X plus 3 cancel, x minus 2 cancel, and get 5x. Then you distribute it in, remove the parentheses. So you will get 3x and minus 3 times 2 is 6. And distribute it in 5x and 3 times 5 is 15 equal 5x. Combine like term. 3x plus 5x is 8x. And negative 6 add 15 is 15 minus 6 is positive 9. And then equal 5x. Equal right side 5x. Then you move this 5x over, change the sign, got 8x minus 5x. Move this 9 over, change the sign. That's quick way, huh? And then plus 9, change to minus 9. Combine like term. 8x minus 5x, 3x equal negative 9. Divided by 3, x equal negative 3. Then you have to check with denominator, always. Negative 3, plug into the denominator. Negative 3 add 3 is 0, undefined. And you put this side also 0, undefined. So negative 3 is not the solution. So is not the solution. Make denominator equal 0. So answer, no solution. And the next one, question 3D. This one, also you need to factor x squared minus x minus 6. Find two number, tying together is a negative 6. Add together is a negative 1. So the negative 3 times 2 is a negative 6. Negative 3 add 2 is a negative 1. So put x minus 3 times x plus 2. And here's also x minus 3, x plus 2. So LCD is x minus 3, x plus times x plus 2. So each term times by this common denominator. So first term times by x minus 3 times x plus 2. Second term times x minus 3, x plus 2 equal. The right side times by x minus 3, x plus 2. And this first term cancel x minus 3. And this second term cancel x plus 2. The right side cancel x minus 3, cancel x plus 2. So remain 6, cancel 6 parentheses x plus 2 plus 10 x parentheses x minus 3 equal. Those two cancel, 10x. Then distributive in. 6x, 6 times 2 is 12, plus 10x minus 30. And move this 10x to the left. Change the sign, become minus 10x equal. The right side, no more term, is 0. Then combine like term. Since the 10x minus 10x is 0, so only remains 6x. Then 12 minus 30 is a negative minus 18. Then equal right side is 0. Then move this negative 18 to the right side, become positive 18. Then divided by 6 both sides. So you get x equals 3. And always check with the denominator. And 3 plug in denominator. 3 minus 3 is 0. You plug in here also 0. So make denominator equal 0. So 3 is not the solution. So this question also no solution. Then question 3E. Example number 1. This one. This on the left side is t minus 9. Denominator is t minus 10 equal. This 10 minus t, right? So you can times both sides by -1. Put the parentheses times by -1. So the left side is t minus 9 over t minus 10 equal. -1 times -1 is a positive 1. And this times -1 distributed in. -2 times -1 is a positive t. -1 times 10 is a -10. So it's become same denominator. So this, you times both sides. Then this 10 minus t become t minus 10. They have same denominator. So then both sides times the denominator t minus 10 cancel. You got numerator equal. Or you can do, because the same denominator, so numerator should be equal, then fraction is equal. So t minus 9 equal 1, so you got t equal 10. And always have to check. The 10 plug into the denominator, you got 10 minus 10, or 10 minus 10 is 0. Make denominator equal 0. So 10 is not the solutions. So this question also no solution. Example 2 also. T minus 6 over t minus 7 equal 1 over 7 minus t is 7 minus t is 7 plus negative t. So commutative property, get negative t plus 7 and put the parentheses plus, change to minus. So 7 minus t equal negative t minus 7. Just like 7 minus, if t equal 1, 7 minus 1 is 6. 1 minus 7 is a negative 6. In front have put a negative sign, become equal, become positive 6. So 7 minus t equal negative parentheses t minus 7. So this 7 minus t, you put negative parentheses t minus 7. And this is a negative sign. And this negative divided is a negative. On the numerator is a negative. Denominator t minus, the two are equal. The two are equal. Just like 1 over negative 5 is equal to negative 1 over 5 is equal negative 1 over 5. They are equal, for example. So this negative sign, you can put on the denominator, equal, put on the numerator, or put in front of fraction. They are equal. Now the two have same denominator, t minus 7, so numerator should be equal. So t minus 6 equal negative 1. Add 6 both sides. Got t equal 5. And always check with denominator. 5 minus 7 is a negative 2. 7 minus 5 is positive 2. They are non-zero. Non-zero. So 5 is the solution. The solution is 5. Then next question, F. This question. So first of all, 3x minus 3, factor out greatest common factor 3, parenthesis x minus 1. 3 take out, remain x. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Plus 1 over, factor out, the 2 have a common factor 2, factor out. 2x divided by 2 remain x. 2 over 2 is 1. And this on the right side, x squared minus 1 squared. Factor is x minus 1 times x plus 1. So find out LCD, least common denominator. So 3 pick up, 2 pick up, x minus 1 pick up, x plus 1 pick up. So this we call LCD. Then each term times by LCD. So 5 times this LCD. Denominator is the same. Denominator is same. 1 times this LCD and equal. Negative 1 denominator is this times LCD. Then cancel common factors. 3 cancel. X minus 1 cancel. 5 times 2 is 10. And remain x plus 1. And 2 cancel. X plus 1 cancel. Remains 3 times parenthesis x minus 1 equal. X minus 1 cancel. X plus 1 cancel. Remain Negative 1 times 3 times 2 is negative 6. And then distributive in, 10x plus 10, distributive in, 3x minus 3 equal negative 6. Combine like term, 10x plus 3x, 13x. 10 minus 3 is 7 equal negative 6. Minus 7 both sides. Get 13x equal negative 13. Divided by 13, get x equal negative 1. And plug it into the original denominator equation. Original equation on the denominator. Negative 1 plug it in. 3 times negative 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. Minus 3 is negative 6. Non-zero. This also non-zero, but this one will be 0. X squared minus 1, you plug it in. Right. You will get negative 1 squared, which is 1, minus 1 is 0. As long as one of the denominator equals 0, that's not undefined. This one is undefined. So negative 1 is not the solution. Therefore, no solution. And for next question example, 1 over 2x minus 4. You factor out common factor 2 and get 2x factor out 2 remain x. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Minus 1 over factor out common factor 2 and you got x plus 2 equal 2 over x squared minus 4 is 2 squared. So factor is x minus 2, quantity x plus 2. So find LCD